Hot Press first raised the issue of social media and internet advertising relating to the referendum on abortion in November 2017. This week, there has been a dramatic response to the campaign we have been running since then, with Facebook announcing plans to restrict referendum advertising from outside the jurisdiction, and Google going one step further by stopping all referendum-related advertising. But there is still more to be done, says Hot Press editor Niall Stokes. Read more. Title: The artist-owned service has been accused of falsifying and inflating the figures of Kanye West and Beyoncé albums to increase payouts. Read more. The Irish Film and Television Academy have announced this year's nominees' IFTA Gala Television Awards. Read more. With just over a fortnight left to polling day, the artistic community and beyond is uniting to urge Irish men and women alike to vote yes. Read more. Battle for the Bay. Dolly Mount Strand's annual Extreme Watersport Weekend is set to return this summer with a usual mix of sport, entertainment and competition. Read more. Northern Irish alt-rockers have shared the skater-themed video for the latest single, Annabelle, from their upcoming album Islands. Read more. In a suspense-filled finale to the first Eurovision semi-final, Ryan O'Shaughnessy was the last final qualifier to be announced. Read more. Experimental techno veterans Autechre taking their cerebral blackout live experience to the National Concert Hall. Read more. Dublin ladies footballer Olwen Carey tells us about her favourite Irish spots. Read more. Following pressure from Hot Press, among others, Facebook has decided to refuse advertising from foreign groups seeking to influence the referendum on the Eighth Amendment. Read more. Doyle, better known as the former guitarist of horror punk Architects, Misfits, is set to take his We Die World Abomination tour to Dublin this summer. Read more. New Music Prize nominee Arvo Party has released another banger with Liberté. Read more. Indie pop quartet Seagirls have announced intimate shows in the Workman's Club and Limelight this October, with tickets scheduled for release tomorrow, May 9th. Read more. To coincidence with his headline show in the Royal Hospital Kilmainham next month, Nick Cave has also announced a spoken word performance at the Abbey Theatre. Read more. It has been a busy week in the charts, with 4 hot new entries in the top 10, including Irish indie heroes, De Laurentiis. Read more. Confused and lackluster satire about beauty and self-image falls flat. Read more. Traditional biopic fails to illuminate Mark's radical theories. Read more. A statement reads, "It is with regret we announce that the below event scheduled tomorrow, Friday the 4th of May is postponed in light of the sad news that Monica Barnes has. Thank you for your understanding." Read more. Walton are set to play St. Patrick's Cathedral fundraiser for refugee event. Read more. The new song is out next week and the new album will be released soon on Records, Columbia. Read more. Here's the first look at McQueen trailer which comes to Irish cinemas on the 15th of June. Read more. The hero you know, the story you don't. We are pleased to share with you the first trailer and teaser poster for Robin Hood, which is released in cinemas on the 21st of November. Read more. Irish thespian Denise Gough's rave reviews on Broadway has resulted in her getting nominated for a prestigious Tony Award. Read more. Free family-friendly events highlighting relationship between Ireland and Africa to take place in Dublin, Cork, Galway, Kilkenny, Limerick, Meath, Waterford and Wexford. Read more. Fianna Fáil Deputy Leader Dara Calleary has introduced a bill in the Dáil that will improve safety on quad bikes. There are currently no laws to require manufacturers or owners to have roll cages on their all-terrain vehicles. Quad. Read more. In his recent controversial Hot Press interview, Pete Boylan debunked the vast majority of lies being peddled by the No side. Read more. The Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis seminal classic is just one of the new movies on Netflix this weekend. Read more. Members of the Fine Gael party pressing for a yes vote in the upcoming referendum on the Eighth Amendment will, this Friday morning, be joined by Fine Gael TDs of 1983 to discuss the need for repeal. Read more. This young five-piece from Dublin, who are well worth checking out, cite their influences as Vampire Weekend, Bombay Bicycle Club and The Smiths. Read more. The displaying of large images, purporting to show fetuses before abortion, is a new low in the ongoing referendum campaign, a Fine Gael TD has said. Read more. Belfast jazz, post-punk group have released the video for their first single from their second album Robocobra Quartet Plays Hard to Get. Read more. We're kicking off on June 12 in Dublin's Wood Quay venue with an electric picnic tented town hall in September. Read more. His All the Hits live tour is touching down here in October. Read more. The threat to democracy represented by the social media monopoly, Facebook, was underlined again today, with the discovery of a video ad about abortion, which purported to be an RTE report. Read more. The body of work will be their 8th studio album and be released via Warner Music. Read more. From the ashes of Dublin veterans' Cold War, Senza have emerged, even more enraged and potent as before, delved far into philosophies and marrying it with the raw energy of extreme metal. Read more. It was shot in Dublin, with the band's official seal of approval, and includes some familiar band landmarks. Read more. Calm with Horses commences filming next month in Galway. Read more. The Hollywood star has been found guilty of drugging and raping a woman in his home 14 years ago. Read more. Musician Claire Watts has today released her new single, Landmark. Read more. The Irish government is not doing enough to encourage businesses to prepare for Brexit, claims Fianna Fáil spokesperson on Brexit, Lisa Chambers TD. Read more. The so-called Save the 8th campaign has called for the resignation of the former master of the National Maternity Hospital from his role as chairman of the Institute of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. Read more. Rome McDermott speaks to two of the finest Irish actors in the new issue of Hot Press. Read more. The Northern Irish trad merchants are on support duties as Ed heads to Dublin, Belfast, Cork, Galway. Read more. In This Room soundtracks the trailer for the new Cillian Murphy, Andrew Murphy and Eva Berthistle movie. Read more. Not ones to disagree with as many as 400,000 Irish fans. Hot Press gained exclusive insight into Ed Sheeran's incredible career, ahead of his monumental Irish tour next month. Read more. Everybody in life is entitled to the absurdity of a religion, but you don't have any right to inflict that opinion on another person who differs from you, he tells Hot Press. Read more. Good news for Mary Black fans. Her ongoing tour will now resume again this weekend after a recent illness forced her to cancel a string of gigs recently. Read more. It looks like the Rolling Stones will be heading straight to a recording studio once the current tour is wrapped up. Read more. Deadheads are in for a real treat, with the band confirming that they are continuing their reissue series with a timely 50th anniversary of this seminal classic album on the 13th of June. Read more. The news that some Ulster Bank customers have again been impacted by an IT failure at the bank is a cause of serious concern, and the central bank must now conduct a comprehensive review of the IT systems used by retail banks in Ireland, according to Fianna Fáil spokesperson on finance, Michael McGrath TD. Read more. Bullet for My Valentine have revealed the official music video for Over It, the first single from forthcoming opus, Gravity. Read more. Sector must be regulated to support those recovering from addiction, and guide those who need help with gambling. Read more. Grammy Award-winning artist, producer duo, The Chainsmokers have released their new track Somebody featuring Drew Love of Buzzy R&B duo They, today via Disruptor Records, Columbia Records. Read more. Dua Lipa, who was a recent Hot Press cover star, performed the song One Kiss with Calvin Harris live on the Graham Norton show last weekend. Read more. In Queer, Not Bi, Not Straight, the singer has announced. Read more. The Labour Party will host the first in a series of roundtable discussions in Dublin today as part of a nationwide project to draft and publish a new democratic programme for Ireland. Read more. Speaking at a public meeting on repealing the 8th Amendment on Monday night in Castleknock, former Taoiseach and Labour TD for Dublin West Joan Burton TD has called for care, compassion and choice to be the watchwords of Ireland's approach to women's health. Read more. It's not meant to be, says the singer of her decision to pull the plug on a planned tour. Read more. In a moving message, the DJ's family has thanked fans and fellow musicians for the overwhelming messages of love and support. We are so grateful for everyone who loved Tim's music and have precious memories of his songs. Read more. Yep, rock and roll is returning to Semple Stadium in September, albeit in a posher fashion than before. Read more. Brace yourself for some serious Gaelic pop cool in November. Read more. Young Irish Guns The Academic have been announced as the opening act. Read more. Prior to her upcoming gig at Malahide Castle with LCD Soundsystem on the 5th of June, Swedish songwriter Luca Lee has just released her new single Deep End and an additional track Hard Rain. Read more. Labour Party Justice spokesperson Sean Sherlock has reiterated that his party supports and will seek to set the digital age of consent at 16. Read more. Jan O'Sullivan has referred the removal of Labour Party posters on the referendum to repeal the 8th to the Gardaí in Limerick City. Read more. The removal of the Mesa Repeal the 8th mural at the Project Hut Centre is being described as an affront to democracy and freedom of expression. Read more. Streaming giants Netflix has announced the launch date for upcoming drama, Safe, starring Michael C. Hall of Dexter and 6 Feet Under fame. Read more. Paying tribute. Vern Troyer's Austin Power co-star Mike Myers said, "Vern was the consummate professional and a beacon of positivity for those of us who had the honor of working with him. It is a sad day, but I hope he is in a better place. He will be greatly missed." Read more as fans commemorate the second anniversary of Prince's passing. The likes of Leanne Laravis, Janelle Monáe, Arnie DiFranco, Simon Le Bon, and former New Power Generation drummer John Blackwell reflected on both the man and the myth. Raiding the archives, Stuart Clark. Read more. Swedish DJ Avicii, real name Tim Bergling, at age 28 on Friday, April 20th. Read more. Stream all the action as Little Hours, Windings, Zombie Picnic, Flag Listeners, Paddy Hanna and the Inner City Radio perform in Steamboat as part of the Record Store Day celebrations. Read more. The largest selection of Record Store Day stock in Munster, as well as some amazing in-store gigs. What's not to like? Read more. On the eve of Record Store Day, Connor models this slinky Massive Attack number, and tells us why the band insisted on there being a 12 version of their debut album. Read more. Check out the stunning performance ahead of its May 25th vinyl release. Read more. The Prince estate has launched a new site for fans to showcase what Prince means to them. Read more. A 30-minute daytime call to an 1890 number from a Vodafone A3 mobile would cost €9 to €13.50, according to Money Guide Ireland. Read more. Government is failing to get to grips with the need for new transparency measures on social media in order to protect the democratic process, warned Fianna Fáil spokesperson on technology, James Lawless TD. Read more. The Repeal the Eighth movement has been strengthened by the news that the Irish Congress of Trade Unions is now vocally supporting the campaign. Read more. And Taoiseach Leo Varadkar and Minister for Health Simon Harris will both address a pro-choice rally in Temple Bar this weekend. Read more. At 11 a.m. this morning, the funeral mass for the late Big Tom McBride will be celebrated in St. Patrick's Church, Orem, Castle Blaney, Co-Monaghan. Read more. The Irish icon will make his acting debut as a guest star in an episode of TG4's Ross Na Run next month. Read more. Stone Broken, who will release their second studio album, Ain't Always Easy, on the 15th of May, are coming over to play Dublin and Belfast in June. Read more. Spanning from Lebanon to Scotland, Sweden to Jordan and Spain to Poland, Netflix upcoming local stories will encompass multiple forms of entertainment, TV shows, movies, unscripted, documentaries, independent films, stand-up comedies and kids' titles, in multiple genres. Read more. Cary Elwes has been cast as a guest performer in the role of Mayor Kleiner and Jake Busey joins as Bruce. Read more. The Girls Are Back in Town. Season 2 of Glow returns on the 29th of June, bring your leg warmers. Read more. The popular English TV star and DJ has at the relatively young age of 62-year-old. Read more. It was the best 99 pence our man ever spent. Read more. A decade after her debut album Little Dreamer went straight to the top 10, the talented singer and songwriter returns to the spotlight with her new album Go to Freer. Read more. Custom House Square will be the hoppiest place in Northern Ireland on June 1 too. Read more. The government should ensure that student accommodation is included in so-called rent pressure zones. Read more. Ed Sheeran and Kendrick Lamar both lead the way with a staggering 15 nominations each this year. Read more. Legendary frontman Joe Lynn Turner has been forced to cancel his European tour after suffering a heart attack. Read more. For singer-songwriter Laura Mulcahy, storytelling is to fore of all her artistic endeavors. Read more. Seemingly indestructible, Big Tom continues to rule supreme when all around him is in a state of chassis. Hot press interviews the man they call the King. Read more.